Hi there kids, it's Rex again, and today we're going to be talking about prefixes and suffixes. These are very important when we're looking at words because they help us with our meaning. This is so exciting. We're going to be learning about prefixes and suffixes. I can't wait!
Begging your pardon, Mr. Rex, got a question here, Ribbit. What is a prefix anyway, Ribbit? Why is it so important, Ribbit?
A very good question, Mr. Fred. And to help us with that question, we're going to get some help from our good friend Reggie the Golden Retriever. Take it away, Reggie. Now, before we can figure out what a prefix is, we need to figure out what it's used for. Now, right here we have the word done. Now, this word done is not a prefix. This is what we would call a root word. A root word is the main word. A prefix is usually located at the beginning of a word. That changes the root word to something else. Let me give you an example. Okay, now I have added the letters UN in done. That changes this word to undone. So, undone is now changed, is the word that has a prefix in it. The prefix is un or un. Now, I know what you're asking. What does the word un do to undone? That is a very good question. The un means not or incomplete. So, instead of saying done as in something complete, I changed it to undone, which means it is not complete. It's not finished. So the prefix is located at the beginning. Let's look at another one for practice. This time I have changed the prefix to re or re. Now, like what we did with re changes the whole meaning of this word. What do you think that means? Good question. The re prefix means to do over again. So, if I was to say redone, that means I have to do it again. So, redone means to do it again. So, let's look at some examples of more words with prefixes in them. Let's sniff them out, shall we? Okay, now we have a brand new word. The word is unseen. Could you tell me what the root word in this word is? That's right. It's the root word. The root word in this word is seen. Now, can you tell me what the prefix is in this word? That's right. The prefix in this word is unseen. Now, we know seen means to see something with your eyes. So, unseen, we know is a prefix meaning not or opposite of. So, what do you think unseen means? That is correct. It means to not see. You see what happens when you use a prefix in a word? Let's try another one. Okay, now we have a brand new word called repay. Now, could you tell me what the root word in this word is? That's right, it's pay, like you're paying someone back. Okay, now can you tell me what the prefix is in this word? That's right, it's re. Now we know re means to do over again. So repay means to pay something back again. I hope this helps you with you figuring out what a prefix is. So remember, a prefix is at the beginning of a word and it changes the meaning of the word. And we've gone over two prefixes, re and un. And un means to opposite or not. And re means to do all over again. Very nice work, Reggie, with all that detail about prefixes. Remember, guys, a prefix is found at the beginning of a word. Now let's talk about suffixes.
Mr. Rex, sir, I understand how prefixes work. They're at the beginning of a word, but where do we find suffixes in a word?
You make a very good point, Alligator. And to help us with that, to teach us about suffixes, we're going to look to our good friend Harold the Hippo. Take it away, Harold.
Hello, my friends. Suffixes are similar to prefixes, only with one difference. Now, we have here the root word proud. Now, a prefix would be having 2 letters or 1 letter in front of the word of proud. But that is not the case for a suffix. A suffix is located at the end of a word. Let me show you an example as I add a suffix to the word proud. Alright, now I've added the suffix ly or ly to the word proud. That changes the word from proud to proudly. Now, I know what you're asking. What does the suffix ly do to the word proud? Well, ly or ly means to be in a certain way. So, if I was to say he proudly stood up, then that means in a certain way, he was proud in a certain way when he stood up. So let's look at some more suffixes. Okay, I have added another word, the word healthy. Now, could you tell me what the root word in that sentence, in that word is? That's right, it is the word health. So the suffix must be the y. Now, what does a y mean in the word healthy? Basically, it means full of something. In that case, healthy means it is full of health. So again, proudly means to be proud in a certain way, and healthy means to be full of health. Let's look at some more. I'm so excited. Suffixes change words a lot. Alright, now I've added the word endless. Now, what is the root word here? That's right. The root word is end, so that means the suffix is less, L-E-S. So what does that mean? Less means without. So what this means, when I say something is endless, that means it has no end. So let's go recap. The suffix ly means in a certain way, and healthy and the y means full of, and less means without. So, let's look at some more suffixes. Okay, now, in this word, we have the word graceful. Could you find the suffix in this word? That's right, the suffix is the F-U-L at the end, or full. So, what does the suffix full mean? Well, it means this way it sounds, full of something. Full means full of something, so if a person is graceful, that means they're full of grace. So, let's go recap. So, we have proudly. The suffix is ly. Ly means to be in a certain way. The suffix in healthy is y, and that means to be full of, meaning full of health. In the word endless, the suffix is less, and less means to be without. And look at graceful, the suffix is full, and that means that it is full of something. So we have the suffix full, less, ly, and y. These are suffixes that you will see a lot in your words.
Now remember, guys, a prefix is found at the beginning of a word. Today we talked about 2 different kinds of prefixes. Re, which means to do over again, and un, which means it's not or opposite of. And also, a suffix are letters that are found at the end of a root word. We talked about 4 of them. We talked about full, which means full of something, less, which means without, and ly, which means to be in a certain way. And we also used the letter y, which means to be in a state of something or full of something. So, remember, prefixes are found where? That's right, at the beginning of a root word. And suffixes are found where? That's right, at the end of a word. I hope this helps you guys out. Remember, study hard, believe in yourself, and you can accomplish anything. And if you can put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Good luck on your studies. Ha ha!